Chris Eubank Sr. names the greatest fighter of all time. Chris Eubank Sr. is often recognized as one of the greatest British fighters of all time. He won the WBO world title at both middleweight and super middleweight during his professional career. His iconic rivalry with Nigel Benn captured the attention of the British boxing public during the 1990s, as they faced each other twice in two memorable contests. Eubank defeated Benn in their first meeting back in November 1990, claiming the WBO middleweight title from the Dark Destroyer. They clashed for the second time 3 years later, fighting to a split draw as both fighters retained their respective world titles. Speaking on his own YouTube channel called Chris Eubank, the British legend was asked to name the greatest fighter of all time in his opinion, giving the top spot to the late great Jack Johnson. "We first have to say Jack Johnson. What he lived through and the bigotry and racism that he withstood all those years back in the early 1900s was nothing less than miraculous." Johnson, who was known as the Galveston Giant, became the first black world heavyweight champion in boxing history, which came at the height of the Jim Crow era. He held his heavyweight crown for 7 years between 1908 and 1915. His showdown with James J. Jeffries, which took place in July 1910, was later dubbed the fight of the century. Johnson knocked Jeffries out in the 15th round of their contest, which triggered a number of race riots across the United States. The Galveston Giant passed away at 68 years old in June 1946, leaving behind a legacy that continues to be remembered by so many in the present day.